for all my Vim users out there, I want to do a quick tutorial to show how to take a list of information and basically put it into a comma separated array in a quick way. So essentially, I had this data from a spreadsheet here that I want to copy and paste into a file that I'm using to set permissions for a Drupal project. So you can see I started pasting this in here, and if I were to start just kind of doing this manually, the process is kind of long. I would insert, maybe put a quote there, scroll all the way over to the end, finish the quote, and put a comma. But that is a long, intensive process. So I started thinking, okay, what are the shortcuts that I would need to make this a little easier? So one thing I could do is I could delete the line with a capital D, then do a capital I to insert to the next character there, write my quotes, get out of insert mode, and then capital P, paste it in. And then from there, I can put my comma and close out of that. And now I could jump back to the front of the line and do it again. So one more time, all those commands are delete your contents of your line, but put it into your Vim's, essentially the clipboard. So capital D deletes it. Now, if I were to just press lowercase I to insert mode, I would insert this one character back, but I don't want to do that. So what I actually need to do is I need to capital I insert, and that puts me one character forward. And now I can just type in a single quote character, close the single quote character, and when I control C to escape out of this, it'll send my cursor back one. And from here, I can capital P, paste the contents that I had cut before into the inside of the quotes. And now if I capital A, that will shoot me to the end of the line in insert mode, and I can finish my comma, and again, I can get out of insert mode. Then if I were to jump down a line, J, my standard Vim navigation, I could go to the front of the line again by doing a Shift 6 or a upward caret character. And that's it. And I'm actually curious if people have a more efficient way to do this. So if you do, let me know, put it in the comments, and I'd be happy to take a look. But yeah, thanks for watching. So in thinking about this a little more, there's a much easier way to do this. So we could enter a visual block here with a Control V, and if we were to scroll down, we could select a bunch of these beginning lines, and then we could essentially just enter into insert mode, add our starting quote, and it looks like it's not working here, but if you hit escape, it'll actually go and it'll fill in the starting quote for the rest of those lines. You may be thinking, great, I could see how we could, again, visual block here, and then go and grab some of this other information, and then append to the end an ending quote, and then press escape. And yes, that will add the quote to each one of these lines, but you'll get all this blank space here, which isn't great. So I'm going to undo that. But one thing that we can do is, again, we could enter our visual line, come here, select all this information, and then we could press colon, which will automatically populate the section that we have created here. If you'll notice down here, that's what that's doing there. And then we can just add an S, a $sign, and now here's where we add the pattern that we want to enclose. So we want to end our quote, and we want to put a comma, and then we'll just finish with a / here. And so if you press that, yes, my editor's showing me that there's some issues here with white space and things like that. But essentially what we're getting here is we are getting our information in closing quotes, finishing with a comma here, and that seems to be working.